It's good. We like it dry. Any rain predicted? No rain predicted until later. But the race should hopefully be done by then. That is good. That is good. Me no like rain. Yeah. Yeah.
Go left. You cut the course, you've got to slow down and give up that time. Car 392. Just set the fastest lap. 45.577. Car 21, just set the fastest lap. 44.325. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
.49. I hope that's fast enough. Someone saying a 143, I hope it's going to be.
You cut that corner and got a slow down
Oh
penalty.
yeah, because I've really gained a lot of time from that. Yeah, right.
Car 21, just set the fastest lap. 43.417. Car 777, just set the fastest lap. 43.387. You're going the wrong way. Car on your left. Clear. You cut the course, you've got to slow down and give up that time. They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gained. Bitbox in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All clear. Punch it. You have about 5 laps of fuel left. Car right. Clear. Left side. Clear. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left. Just set your fastest lap of the session. have about 1 lap of fuel left.
One 48. Like a 147 might be enough, but a 148 might not be. I don't know. Gotta try and get into the 147. Holy shit. Hello, did my iRacing crash? It did. That's stupid. Portimao. Estimated strength of field 2,800. My rating 500. Great. Beep beep. Primera, Lagos, Samsung, Portimao, Sagres, Galp.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Sorry, I didn't see them.
You're going the wrong way. got wheel damage.
Why does my livery look like that? That's not how my livery should look. That's not right. Come on. Everything's so slow. My livery looks like PlayStation 2.
Car stop on the left.
Uh,
You have about 2 laps of fuel left. You got a slow car on the left. Go left. They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time again.
Sorry, Filippo. No, don't worry.
thanks for following and thanks for the wind. I'm terrible at this track, so I think I need a 147 to actually qualify because of the 105% rule.
Car 86, just out the fastest lap. 42.844.
I think Sebring had a Formula 4 race in the rain then. It was
No problem, it's okay,
terrible.
man. No pasa nada.
Car right. Clear on the right. right side.
Or
Clear on the right.
I don't know which way it was. I was sticking to my line.
Left side. Clear.
That's one of the corners I absolutely hate.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
I'm putting in that mistake.
Alright, clear. That was your fast lap of the session. You have about 1 lap of fuel left. Left side. Clear on the left. Don't get the pit for more fuel. That was your fast lap of the session.
No, it wasn't. There's going to be a driver's briefing soon, so I need to set a time that's good, either in the practice session or in the poly session. Or I don't get to race.
Right side, clear on the right. Car right, clear. Right side, you got a slow car on the left. Car stop on the left. Clear on the right. Go right. Right side. Clear. You got a slow car on the left. Car stop on the left. Go right. You've got about 2 laps of fuel. Right side, clear.
Just get into the back.
Go left. Right side. Clear. Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course. You have about 1 lap of fuel left. Car right. Clear.
The driver's briefing is in 7 minutes.
Right side. Clear. Car, EK, just stepped past the flat. 42.841.
Now I have to go even faster. That's not fair.
Right side. Clear on the right. You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
When is the target? 5 4 minutes.
I'm
Thank
going
you.
to switch to this screen while the briefing will be on. Quali is go, go, go.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left. out the course. You've got to slow down and give up that time. Right side. Clear on the right. Right side, clear. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left. Car right, clear. Car right, clear.
Really got this lap has to be a big one. It has to be the one.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left. Left side, clear.
No, I did not qualify.
interesting section in the race as well. We've got both classes on the track at the same time, trying to watch the hypercars try and file their way through GT3s in this section. It's going to be really interesting to see. You don't want to be offline. Final corner then here. Really, really elongates round until you manage to put your foot down. Sort of, well, is it the final corner? I don't know. There's kind of two, but there we go. In a GT3, it's definitely two corners. Flat down onto the straight. What can Rick do? Only a 10th away from P12 at the moment. See if he can jump up the order.
So I've just noticed a very strange bug with the map overlay. The cars are going backwards.
They are indeed. That explains why I was getting confused by the corners. So let's turn off the map, ladies and gents. That's what happens when you get a new track in iRacing. Not everything's quite set up properly. So I think that last lap from Rick was an outlap. So he's really sending it in the middle sector, considering that was an outlap.
Yeah, sorry guys, the auto time left on
I
off
believe
is
the
iRacing.
directory should have
iRacing
a
control.
flag by now.
Yeah,
so
that
we
message
can go down?
should have been sent out by race control.
Yeah, it's
These
green
are
flag
at
for
the
GTV.
start date, so we'll hope to get them on track soon.
Yeah, sorry guys, the auto time left on is iRacing control.
So
That's
just
another
a
week.
message
Cars
from
reaching for the track.
message from race control saying that the auto messages didn't go out, but the black flag's been issued to get cars off the track, and
green flag.
they've set an incorrect lap time
Then we
that'll
go.
get all of them off the track, and GTP has got green flag, I've been told. So let's watch Rick coming to the end of this
Yeah,
lap, see what he can
green
do.
flag GTP
We'll
guys.
try and understand what went wrong with the sessions later on. I must admit, I'm the one that set them up, so we'll see what went wrong. Pretty sure I copied
Yeah, apologies guys, due to an update with iRacing control,
the settings from last time, so hopefully
relying on that, so apologies for that, Apple.
Not far away. Portimao. It's not making sense. But Albro, not far from his hometown, and see what he can do in this qualifying session. He's been quick, been with us for a few seasons now, but we all know what happened last time. He was league racing car, put all three cars. Let's see if they can replicate that.
So it's not quite that far forward yet. It's been a case of sit the racing line here, but he's looking to his chances coming in for his first flying lap attempt. No, he's not. He's going straight back into the pit lane.
Not sure what happened there. Trigger that, maybe just before exiting the final corner, he set the lap time. Yeah.
Just a few guys out there. We'll go back there to our Morris, yes. It's go slightly off kilter towards Now onto the uphill sections. Back down once again. Because if you want to genuinely risk the apex, it depends if you get to the tight these another way. Get that line nice and squared up so you go really back up the hill to the second hairpin. Ooh, slight overcorrection there. I wasn't happy with that, although we can still get the snap scene through to the end. First to turn 14, and then it is once again as much speed as you can carry towards the end. You're really limited by how much downforce you want to carry here. I should just push the car to the limit to get as much speed as I can down that front stretch. My bottom is the area to put the car in. I do not see him.
Well, sounds like he got off track. Not so lap time.
Yeah.
See Mateus returning to usual services. 4 tenths per second over Eloy, so that'll be disappointing for the rest of the field to be able to maintain that sort of gap. But
It wasn't too bad to something like that. So, I like the car. Not to be dismayed, he'll just put the car back into and we'll go again.
or now with Eloy, Carrick, P2.
He's got the dispatch. Oh, that's my depth field. He's got the dispatch being away from the car, which might be something. Obviously, it could be a massive increase in downforce, especially this time. Gripped up.
Yeah, looks like he'll be on the radio. He will not be happy with that. Stuck behind a car that was trying to start his lap, and you can see he lost a lot of time in the third sector there. And yeah,
It's gonna be a dive one. He's going for a second lap.
he's clearly unhappy. Look, he's driven off the track,
Yeah.
and he's stopped to go through. That'll be report to race control, and I'll take a look at that to see if there was any blocking going on there.
It's not really fast to drive, but just because you're behind, you're gaining on them, but they're not getting out of the way. It's Joe's getting all that late, and it's just not close to sense. That's not to be especially when you're
In the middle sector though, so even quicker for him. He gained in the middle sector about what he lost in sector 1. So is that a setup difference? Is one carrying less downforce, so they're gaining the time down the start finish straight? We'll see what John Paul can do as he runs to the line. 15th all the way to first. What a lap. 29-4. Mega sector 1 and sector 3. Goes 2 tenths clear of his teammate Mateus. Can Mateus respond? That's going to be the key question. Alvaro's gone to P3 with that lap time that he set. Mateus on a lap.
very fast times, big subs. Sylvassi's close. Kevin Held's also pretty close to them, only a smidge off of time.
Oh. Of course. Internet deciding to be stupid today.
lap time to go to PT. Bodes well for the race as well. If you can be quick in every sector, gives you more potential to look after the tyres than the people with low downforce who are making up their time on the straights are going to batter the tyres in the corners.
Look at that low on downforce. You need all the mechanical grip you can get, and the tyres will just get chewed up over time. Obviously, potential to swap over the course of the race. You're expecting to stop. Obviously, there was some funny business last time out with potential looking at one stop. I believe the record made 2 in the end, so obviously if you're willing to go a little longer, you can just take the tyres in the pit window, but if you're going to abuse them to get there, there's a lot of time to gain by not abusing them, just keeping them on for the race.
Yeah, difficult middle sector here as we've seen on board. Very twisty, right on the limit of grips, that will damage the tyres quite a lot. You'd have to say, expect a 2-stop around him, given the length of the main straight, and as you said, that sort of secondary straight that runs from sort of turn 4 down towards the hairpin.
And even like the rest of the track, turn 8 through turn 10 is basically flat out. 14 through 15, you're basically on the throttle the entire way, or at least as much as you dare. There's not many opportunities to save a great deal of fuel around this part of the world, so yeah, just try and get as much out of tyres as you can, because you're going to need to come into ice. One down to the final minutes of qualifying here. Still Jean-Paul Seaman on top with Caminero, Winston Gutierrez and Gerards. Yeah, Gerards has snuck his way into the top 5. Second amp driver behind Gutierrez, but it's a promising field here tonight.
Yeah, and I know we've spoken, as Mateus goes P2, I know we've spoken about this last week, but we've got a massively close field. Black flag issued to one car there. Not sure what that's for.
They've been issuing and clearing black flags to various drivers. This one's with 44 of...
Apologies. 44 of
Chris Strickland. Yeah, Christian Strickland. I'm not sure what that's for, but it might be try and clear a lap. I'm not sure.
So, based on the back
chase.
a little bit off the pace of his Dutch League racing teammates. Let's see.
He's on a 30.16, obviously. Seaman with a 29.4. I do love this track though. It is a pretty good track.
Yeah, I remember the
Just the time.
Formula 1 came in during the game. I would see those cars that most extreme Formula 1 cars I've ever had, the quickest I've ever had around this track was absolutely incredible. And these modern day hypercars so much downforce on that. They can make a great track. Mateus goes to P1.
In it, just over 200ths of a second. Which will take his composition back before there. In the second. Let's see what the drivers have to say about that. Caminero a little bit further forward, like that was almost the third. See what's coming through the first few corners, top of and stuff like that as well. So just a little bit what time to do with drivers. Not necessarily good, it's good on
Most of them there. Keeps it on the track. He needs to find a little bit of time to go P1. He was 1/10 quicker than Mateus in sector 1 there, based on Mateus' last lap, but it wasn't a green sector for Jean-Paul, so maybe a sector difference between the two teammates. It's going to be key to see what he can do in sector 2. And will tell us what time he needs in sector 3 to move it out. Not far away. Very, very close in front. As you can see, it's only 200ths per second, so he doesn't need to find a massive amount of time to move up to pole position. And he matches Mateus in sector 2. So a 10th in hand at the moment for Seaman. What can he do to close that even further on the top of pole by a margin. There's still laps to come from the drivers.
Was previously in the session, there's a good chance to see we can get a massive sector advantage through here. We could be seeing real process for the race to check and flag things out and jump for soon. We'll get in the nick of time, and it is not enough.
Identical to his previous lap time. If I look at his last lap time and his best lap time, exactly the same, and the delta between the 1 and 2 is exactly the same. So it looks like he's managed to produce identical lap time. Indeed, he has. Looking at his lap times on the race control software, he's produced identical lap time on his way to P2, over the P2. Looks like he's maybe hit his limit then, taking a little bit more out of the time in sector 1, costing a 10th in sector 2. So, achieve the same lap time, but in different ways to what he did last time. It's important lessons to learn, right? Learn to learn the race, where it's to take the most out of the tires, give them a little bit of leeway. There was a little bit of rain forecast towards the end of the race, by the way. Can't see that currently on the weather tracker. I don't know if you can from your side.
Yeah, so I'm just in game. I'm using their predictions. So it looks to be at 2:15 p.m. in sim time. There's a 74 precipitation. Wind speed looks to remain constant. I don't trust the wind direction because it was all over the place during Sebring, so I'm not trusting that. We are currently 1:05 in sim time, so it will be towards the end of the race. I don't know how long it takes between sessions, but there is a chance you need to bottom a set of wets at the end of this race.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting strategy-wise as well. Do you extend as long as you can both stints in the hope that your second pit stop will be for wet tyres, or do you go flat out and hope you can make up the difference of a tyre stop? It'll be really interesting to see what everybody does. While we're on the subject of weather as well, I want to note we do have rain scheduled in quite a lot of the upcoming races. Everything is generated weather, apart from Silverstone, where we've set up a timeline that we'll see very focused on rain.
Christian Strickland has had their black flag cleared. I suppose it took that long, but I digress. So we know we have the 5-minute warm session. As we go through quality results very briefly, there's just a chance for everyone drivers to get their race setups loaded up to make sure we're not having any problems on the actual board. So Matthias Wichterman will lead them to the green flag. John Paul Seaman will be alongside him, Caminero and Gutierrez behind. Then we have Wacker, Gerard, Slavsky, Held, Priam, and Muscle, which will round up your top 10. For the GTP field, let's go further down. Hardwatts, Mel, Peter Bennett, Daniel Wonek, Filipino, one Chauhan. There we go, that's a endurance.
Rounded out.
White British male has struck again.
It's a classic content. So 15 cars racing behind the car this week. They have GT3 field being very strong. So that's
who will be leading the GT3 field and stepping Westra alongside Adam Jarvis and Ignis Vincerskis. We were in the hard tier, Italian and Regional Row 3 ahead of Bas Kars, Maggioni, Urbatis, and Omik. Just basically once again having a pole position in a different category. Samira Shah will come from P11 alongside Colin Gillens. Daniel Corky will have the car Rivian to accompany Antti Lorik, Kalata, Grim, Bonta, Carl, and Lemonway will have the top 20. Then, stringing on the field, 1 minute of just in the back.
You got a slow car on the left. You got a slow car on the left. You got a slow car on the left.
practice that time. So practice when you can submit.
Car on your left. You're on the right. 3 wide. Car on your left. 2 wide. Clear.
So racing further there again, you can see the
Car on your
weather
left.
and chance of rain.
Clear on the left.
Race.
Decent winds as well. Currently northeasterly wind, so it is a slight headwind.
Left side. Clear. Car on your left. Clear.
Okay, thank you, Rusty. Oh, I just realised you missed on my survey.
Apologies for that. We'll go ahead and race. Let's hide it for now. There we go.
Future is concerned.
Important to remind everybody as well, the results for qualifying do affect the points. IMSA points given in this series, of course, given it being an IMSA series, so qualifying points are rewarded as well as racing points, as well as race points. It does matter when you qualify, and that's what people care so much about that session, even though the race is now along plenty of time to make or break positions.
I believe it's the percent of the race points get put out as 20 points, which for a single lap is a lot of points.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. Car 55. Just at the fastest lap. 43.758.
But that essentially comes to nearly a full race worth of points now, really, just qualifying. That's really important. You qualify points as well as race points. These are the main differences.
You got a slow car on the left.
2-1 down. It's also a good opportunity for a lot of these drivers. Trying to work through too much traffic. So this is a good chance to get an idea of how to go square, space like Casim's square. And it's a good way to the cars to get through. Just getting an eye in for where you expect moves to come from, or you can make moves. It's very important. Because obviously you don't want to be held up by GT3 at a bad point. Final words then before we get into the actual grilling section.
Okay, everybody, just remember to not go on the green flag, to go on your lead car. And lead cars, please remember to start zone location. We were monitoring it at the start.
See a lot of black flags.
And just have a nice clean race, guys out there. Just give each other plenty of room. It's a long race, and best of luck.
Entry in warm up, just so that they could get back up there. Didn't mean to say as well during warm up.
Okay, everybody.
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the right side. Closed. Pit road is closed. Looks like there's rain in the area. Be mindful. You're on a dry tyre.
At the start. And just have a
The estimated SOS is 2,501.
It's
A lot of opportunities today. Head down. Pick your battle.
He has broadcasted before, so I'm sure many of you know his voice. Current race control this week. Andy's got the week off, and obviously I'm in the commentary booth now, so Steve stepping up as he used to for the GT.
Jetstar 963. Car.
Great to have him.
Jetstar 44. Car.
Thanks for what
Jetstar 221. Car.
back at a new track.
Just for completion's sake, start zone for this evening. It starts at the last red barrier curbing on the left-hand side of the straight, ends just a little bit past the tyre barrier, but I imagine we're already gone by the time.
Jetstar 114. Car. Jetstar 22. Car. Jetstar 86. Car. Jetstar 23. Car. Jetstar 46. Car. Jetstar 24. Car. Jetstar 103. Car.
And do you know what is pretty satisfying to see? We've got Dutch League racing cars, and then the team whose name I cannot quite remember off the top of my head. I believe it's Iridium Motorsport behind, and then another racing cars. So interesting to see. Clearly, having that team in the event rather than competing as a single driver can really benefit, partially because you've got 4 or 5 cars working on the setup rather than just the one. So I'm sure there are plenty of teams out there that would be willing to welcome more drivers as well. always an advantage to have as many people on the team as possible.
Catcher, 43,
Double
car.
racing do have knowledge on GT3 field as well. We go to them in a moment ago. I got based I for some reason thought that was turn 14, that is fact turn 11. We had a little bit long to go.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see what happens on the start. British League Racing, I believe, had a little bit of a tangle at the start of the last race, or didn't take the lead. So 4 cars in the top 6 once again. Mateus obviously dominating previous seasons, but he's got competition this time. It's from his teammates. So great to see that he's been willing to bring them over here. And we're going to get some great
Catcher,
racing.
43,
Guys
car.
behind
Get ready,
players
going
as
green.
well. Important to remember, Alvaro, currently P4 on the grid, is in AM and he's miles ahead. Well, I say miles, there's a couple of drivers around in other AMs as well. But he's on AM pole, he's ahead of quite a few pros, which is always great to see.
Green, green, green.
Situation will pull up to the back of the pace car. They will come through the final corner. They will line it up 2 by 2 all the way back in the fields.
Left
As
side.
prepare for 1 hour racing at Portimao, the skies
Still there,
are
hold
the
your
clouds
line.
have
Stay on the
started to
right.
come in. There is rain on the radar as we speak.
Stay on the
pace
right.
car will come
Clear
in.
on the left.
No one's going to be worried about that for the rest of the race now. The clean flag bars beyond the racing Portimao.
Great start from Mateus there and his teammate following him down into turn 1. One car's been given a black flag. We'll see what that's for, potentially jumping to start race control. But teammates, one in AM, one in pro, shoving each other off through the corner. That's not what you want to see, and that's allowed one of the Dutch League Racing cars
Oh,
through.
contact in the fields. As I don't know which cars that is.
You got a slow car on the left. There's an incident ahead.
In turn 4, as there's a large pile of
Go left.
as Kevin held his race, got to his teammates, and ended up sideways in turn 5.
Obviously be under review from race control. We see a massive incident just put up for review involving a lot of cars. One car's with a black flag. Not sure if that's if it's from the start. That'll be reviewed by race control as quickly as possible as well. Big off in the back of the GT3 field as well.
Car at the barrier, Rotari goes off, gets caught. Oh, that's a hook there.
Yeah, turn from behind at the time. Back going, but it looks like he's got rear wheel damage based on that speed and being overtaken by his teammates.
Would
Unfortunately,
not surprise me. That was a hard looking turn there. Let's go to the front of the field. Still has Liam Seaman. That gap stretched out just because, again, area wash is very painful in these cars, especially from some of the important. There'll be some tenths coming through for the first lap. But they've put together a decently over the rest of the fields. Cabrera is the 3rd car on track. Just to fall back a fair bit already. So 2 of 3 racing drivers all starting forward for the field.
yeah, lost a big chunk of time. Turn 1, he went backwards. Himself and Alvaro going side by side, and Alvaro using the lead at GTP and what will be going on in Turkey about 2. Probably sat in a call together, so it'll be interesting to see. Probably interview one of them if they end up with Alvaro. It's a good chance of winning this race, and we'll ask him what happened in turn 1. But we're on board with Jean-Paul Seaman as he's chasing the lead, and he's staying with Mateus throughout a whole lap. What is a very downforce final turn. So we'll see if he can keep this front. You can see him actually looking for the clean air on the nose.
Left side.
Interesting to see if he's
Clear on the left.
again, or he's going to try and take the lead.
Car on your left.
He's staying
Clear.
really close, so not protecting the tyres right now. So it looks like he is going to try and get past as we come onto a run towards the main straight. A little bit more downforce in this hypercar soon. GTP, as you call it. But it's going to be getting a good run here down through that final sweeping corner. He lost a little bit of time with the previous few corners. He's right back up against Mateus now.
But you can see what he's doing. He's offsetting Mateus by like half the lane. Pretty much every single corner he goes through, just to try and get as much air on the nose of the car as he can, just to try and leave it the tyres. Yes, it's going to be tumbling a little bit, he stays too close for an extended period of time.
Car on your left.
Just like manage
Clear on the left.
yeah, coming through, just to get that little bit of extra air can help a lot.
Yeah, see that's why they've been able to stay so close. He's keeping the advantage, or getting that advantage on the straights of the slipstream, but then making sure that he is protecting the front tyres in the corners by looking for a bit of air to see which is the cycle through the deck. Still, this battle is serious.
Serious turn a little bit too much speed into the hairpin, just couldn't quite get it turned around. As they've on back and close it right on its rear. It's a little bit of a buffer for now, but doing quite well so far. As for the fields, it's Brunel still has the lead of the GT3s. Worcester has fallen back a fair bit. So it's still fairly confident.
He said.
Overtees keeps it vaguely pointed forward, but he's not going to be too happy with that one.
That was within the Anfield. See if we can go look at what happened. That was.
The first I want to see is to the 2x2 deep into turn 5. They'll keep it all in a box. No, maybe a slight pain trail on it, but they'll keep it all together.
Then it's going to be too down there. His head. He's got the pace to get back ahead of these guys. Only lost position because of that contact. That will be under review from race control, no doubt.
Flashed as well as it comes through.
He's looking for
Look down the inside. He's
going to send it through the second stage of the corner and loses it on the exit. And now he's looking from the Ferrari behind. And more contact into the final sector. This is what it talks about.
Michael Bowser not giving any room at all. It's just all the taking. No, Kieran Bounty goes around. Helped around by, I believe that was Tom Carroll.
Faster traffic approaching.
But
Car right.
We'll have Bowser
Still
tackling
there, hold
behind
on. Clear on the right.
the Mercedes.
yeah, that would be Tom Carroll. Then. Can I get to the 23 of Alvaro Pass?
Have a look at that lap one instant. Oh, that's what happened.
Left side. Clear. Group of faster cars approaching.
Definitely interesting. Let's go and have a look. Looks like
Right side.
looks like this is a curve.
Clear on the right. Right side.
Oh, massive.
Clear. Car right.
Still
Clear on the
very
right.
audacious
Car
there.
right.
That'll
Clear
be
on the right.
message. Driver. We've had a lead chase.
Yes, even has back made its way past his wisdom. It's still a fairly close gap between them, but while we were looking at all the drama in the GT3 fields, when there's more drama in the GT field, I see a car spin around. Carlo River around in front of the type of, looks like he managed to get towed, no one tagged him, but
What happened? Oh, curve all on his own. Oh no!
he stood out as quick as the field to just about get away with it.
Everybody's managing just to avoid it. Those, which is probably the right call there, you can get break traffic. So making the right call there to not ruin anybody else's race by causing contact, which is always great to see.
Faster traffic approaching.
So looks like he's been quite bad traffic for a little bit, just a bit large gap as he come through John Horsini. Just weaving a little bit more efficiently through the GT3 field here.
We can have a look. This is the replay. Overtake for the lead.
Simple move, get alongside. Not early on the break, but certainly a better round through that corner. Just comes through on entry, clear on exit, wheezing as we like. The time penalty has been issued to the 21. So has been more for moving under braking. We have a look at this move for a further out angle. Yeah, we should get all the room in the world. It's an easy move, team orders, you can almost see there.
Sensible, really. I have to say, don't want to be crashing with your teammate fighting for the lead.
Absolutely not.
I missed you about penalty this mission.
Mission 21, yes. Otis, who is currently in a massive pile of traffic, is being both taken left and right by GT3s.
Contact, mate. Oh, more contact.
Control.
As much as this isn't stock car race, that's something big one as we're going to get.
Second, please.
This is proper pack race now.
The car in front is pitting.
Diaz gets down the inside of the GT3s. Diaz falls an instant.
Ciao. I think that was pretty good. See.
Or with people going through that.
How they crashed. Not seen it. Here we go. Oh,
That's a little bit late in the day to be making that move, I think.
absolutely. Race control, we're looking about scenes. Dry. Van der Backer also been an incident which has
Whoa,
lost him to
top
lead
track.
a pro.
There's the other backgrounds that we saw collect a few people. In fact, I could just about get away with it.
Now on the hook behind Alvaro, 1 second behind, so he's been trying to retake the lead in hand, but Alvaro will be using this time wisely to try and spin wide.
That's the lead they were seeing again. There's a lot of cars being listed under investigation.
Behind that, gets it to be on front right now. There have been a lot of chaos in the last few minutes, I would say, making it very difficult to look through the racing.
So it's happening. It's hard to keep track of everything. It looks like we got the car back because the
Mark the car coming up quick.
one seems to be just about in order.
You back flat for you.
So he close to his teammate. They are keeping competitive at the front.
It's great to see that they're not just settling in. They do both still want to lead in this race. Gives them more. They can make the call on when they want to pit rather than having to come in opposite of the car in front, but also means
He's still on the line.
save a little bit more. Yeah.
Sorry?
Quick update, the clouds are definitely approaching. It's
Past the traffic's approaching.
on the radar.
Car on your left.
30 minutes.
You're on the left.
So that's going to be interesting.
We'll get it. We'll get it in the last 15 minutes. Which
For
means
my
if you get
defense,
one
it
pit
stood
stop,
still
then people are
in
going to have to
apex.
do slightly longer to get to the window for the tires.
22 to 25 minutes is about when you would expect cars to come in to make their scheduled service in the dry conditions we've seen in the past. So we'll see what happens as we get later and later into this race. Oh, Dunk getting very close to Robert Duhamel.
And the back there taking the lead again. But he's trying to. Alvaro's going to fall off the podium. He's going to even fall to P4 at this point.
Through a dance. Oh, late down the outside. Should not be get the car turn. It's that late. Yep, goes off track. Trying to get the car turn. Can't quite make it happen. But Dunk will pull through. Whole second place now for now.
Let's have a look how Alvaro lost the lead then before this battle. Caught up in traffic. That's going to be it, isn't it?
to mass pod through. It's tagged in 21 goes around again.
What an unfortunate run he's had in this race. That'll be under investigation for sure.
Van der Wacker will pull through to the lead of Am right now. Bon Giovanni on his own in this free play. I don't think it's going to end well. He's going to turn one.
What's going to happen here? That's insane crash. It's,
It's a little bit steering things.
yeah, a little bit too much doing, a little bit too much speed. In all fairness, he made it look pretty cool. He got it back on track without losing too much time, but absolutely not ideal.
Some bruised tyres and bruised ego perhaps, but he will keep going in this race. Race instant, fourth instant on lap 5 between basically everybody with here.
Yeah, race control was going to be very busy.
Faster traffic approaching.
You see, but not quite out of the woods for PT with that right now. So a lot of chasing through. Those look like they're just a lot of steam they have really. Able to feel away, a bit by a little bit here, and that can put over an hour. Meanwhile, up front, it's Dutch League Racing show. It was still being seen in the gap very close, but it's going to be one of these two leaders. So the checkers, if it stays like it is right now, you have to believe.
Faster car coming up quick.
50 minutes of racing, maybe, the 8 to 10 minutes before you need to make a pitch.
I made like that.
30 looks to be the right time to that's it.
Right side, clear.
Ballpark, so. We'll have to start 5-6 laps. Or you start to consider. Not sure what that's for. For the car,
Left side,
Robin didn't.
Clear.
Robin didn't. Not sure what that's for.
What a full black flag.
It's on top, I made like that.
I think the natural black flag was
faster
on,
car coming up quick.
I made like that.
and he didn't clear the full black flag from the race.
Right side, clear.
So,
Car right, clear.
full black flag is an off track and a slowdown.
Yeah, apologies, Robin. That
Potentially,
was
instead of a
me.
slowdown, and that's what's given. So
But actually, like, okay, that makes sense.
that is obviously not ideal for him.
See, when I get started,
The leader is running 45.154.
either way, still a fairly calm battle for here.
Yeah, apologies, Robin.
That is good. For the big bell, who was his black flag rescinded. So, like, a lot of traffic has calmed down now.
Faster traffic approaching.
Battles are going to these two fields still. Tom Carroll fighting with Daniel Milbury for 12th place in the GT3 field overall.
Come on board at the perfect time as well.
Yes.
Car right,
Sender going into the hair.
clear on the right.
Daniel's not going to give this one up though. He's going to be inside going into the next corner, but can't lie.
Doesn't get his foot down hard enough. That's this. Red clads Mercedes? No. Yeah, it's Mercedes. Same guy and Tom Carroll. Whoa! It's not a lie, Daniel Milbury.
Oh, but he's still going to try and sub him. That will absolutely be under investigation if he takes a position for gaining an advantage while off the track. That opens him up to attack from the Porsche, who has to back out of it. And then gets him to back out of Mercedes.
Just needs to go into line the car, gets foot down on X like he wants to, but it's good that he's going to hold stations.
This is the great thing about GT3. Not much downforce, you get proper racing, close racing like this.
They do have the close racing on a big straight like this, but force weather's tone does matter a little bit. Not massively powerful, but certainly powerful enough that I think we might see a move to the inside of Morphy. No, backs out of it, just shows the bumper. Says, I am here, I am racing position. Oh, it's going to be on bumper, but it's going to get the back and shoves about the line.
Contact there.
You've got about
Picked
5
up a
laps of
four.
fuel.
I'll tell you what, Tom is not happy about it. That would probably be an investigation from race control.
Clear.
I mean, it has to be.
Faster traffic approaching.
That is a perfectly done move. Unfortunately, it's GT3, the bumper's a little more fragile, and I don't think that's going to stand, but my god, it's a
Car on your left.
Race control
Clear.
will definitely take them.
yes.
In an ideal world, they'd probably have to swap positions, but they don't always have time to manage that sort of thing, to be totally honest. So Daniel might be smart enough to be a little bit visual, but he doesn't quite want to right now. Trying to put it
That. Let's try and get that ball.
but importantly, is he going to take the F1 driver approach off? It's worth it for a 5-second penalty, because right now he's already cleared the second over time. If you can do that for his 5 laps, then he's already made that time. Here we go. Under investigation from race control.
So, towards 20-minute mark overall in this race. Should start to think about pit stops. Quick weather update, rain's still scheduled for 20 minutes away, so they're going to have that on their minds. I'm thinking if that's the case, I definitely want to extend this thing, so I don't know how the rain might come up in 20 minutes, but I don't know how bad it's going to be.
Oh, that was a move for the leading now. And Ernest is off, but he's going to rejoin there. We're going to big slow down. All that you would have to say. Let's have a look what happened there. That was in an attempt to take the lead.
We'll take the lead out then. And so it's flashes coming out.
Faster traffic approaching.
They get together?
They did. Let's take one more look at it.
Ooh.
You cut the cord. You've got to slow down and give up that time.
For a different perspective this time on boards, that looks to be contact. It has to be said, just done the way those cars are moving, but we'll see what it is before next bit. We'll fall behind for now.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 6.7 seconds.
Once more, good feeling. Oh, it's contact.
Big contact anyway. Will definitely be under review. I'll tell you what, Ernest already back on the rear end with Amy. GTP's all in between.
It's the hard part about racing in GT3 fields. And opposed to the way around as well, sometimes you get hard racing as the 21 goes around again into pit entry. I believe he's had contact with one of the GTPs and he's had enough, he's going to pit lane.
Well, he'll need to be careful anyway, because he's got a black flag crossing the line. It's a bit late. But yeah, I would be surprised if he's had
The leader is coming up on you.
There's
They're not that far.
been an awful lot of incidents, and number one is being investigated now. Probably the contact that just put him into the pit lane anyway. He's got to come in for his pit stop. We've had a couple of drivers in the pit. Jean-Paul Seaman in the pits, notably, so he's no longer in the direct fight for the lead. Let's see how long Mateus could go.
Left side, clear. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 9.8 seconds.
Butch has just taken out GT3 while back on the track.
You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
Wild racing going on tonight.
Rick Van Overby, it seems like.
Right side, clear on the right. Faster traffic approaching.
Oh, no, what a ridiculous sense.
This takes the inside of the track, goes around and presumably GT3 there. From Overbeat's perspective, driving along normally, fantastic day for a race in Portimao. Oh, it's GT3 around, oh, he's missed the corner entirely.
Yeah. Oh, just tries to go all the way around and GTP didn't hold his brakes, so that'll be a penalty from race control for an unsafe rejoin. I appreciate
Faster traffic
see a
approaching.
little bit more considering he was just flying across the track. He should have held his brakes, and that would have actually prevented an incident.
Left side, clear.
Is there a penalty for just generic unsafe driving? Because that would be one hell of a set down the inside of the curve.
There definitely is, and definitely receive a black flag or inspiration for race control team you're driving.
Left side,
And
clear on the left.
don't want to remove anybody from the series unless we absolutely have to. Race control will definitely take that because there's been a couple of similar incidents. Obviously, a lot of drivers into the pit lane now.
We expect light rain turns.
Slapping though.
Group of faster cars approaching.
In and out here.
Sorry, not including that. It's not.
Stay down, he's not a pet. He's back on the track. He overtakes the GT3 component of his team. Has nice extremely of Don.
You cut the cord, you've got to slow down and give up that time. Faster car coming up quick.
It's not yet, but we don't.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left. Left side, clear.
Tails is now yes.
His fuel number must be really good.
Well, that's what I was thinking. But then also, you know, what's he gaining from this? Respecting rain about 15 minutes more in the race. Unless he's just extending his pit stop as long as possible so he can wait to come in for his second stop until the wets are absolutely necessary. Rather than destroy the wets on a sort of intermediate track.
The rain is going to come in 20 minutes from now, but this isn't necessarily the track is going to be 20 minutes. Obviously, the rain is going to take some time to build up. You don't want to run your wet tyres on a dry track because they will just look themselves in oblivion, especially towards the end of your trucks and a lot of pain. So, giving yourself a window like this was building himself here is going to be very good. However, given the size of the fuel tank, I have to imagine he's going to have to come in and get this.
You would imagine so. Him and Alvaro, the only ones that haven't pitted now. John
The lead is heading now.
See the testers.
Oh,
Expect this is the end of his fuel tank, but we've seen it do some magical things with that. Possibly it stays to the right at this point here. Let's go on board with John Paul and see how quickly he can catch. I'm trying to look what their most recent lap times are, and in fact, last few laps,
He has about 1 lap of fuel
John
left.
Paul maybe a little bit.
cold fresh tyres, less traffic, who knows? By the way, someone will get himself around the upper section of the track. The 93 is coming towards turn 4, seeing the 65, obviously with the P1 pit stall is just sat at the front of pit road right now. And is yet to start moving.
That's Bon Giovanni being black flagged. I would imagine that is for that contact and unsafe rejoin that we saw.
75.
The leader is running 49.863.
Paul Seaman has the back seat from this race.
So advantage
The
back to
control
number
in
23.
treatment that
Group of faster cars approaching.
That is everyone in their first line of service. Just a bounce.
Right side, clear on the right.
what lap was it? This lap.
The rain is coming. That is
Left side.
expected.
Clear.
It's
After
the black box that shows the zoomed out radar on iRacing. That width away from being a black box.
Don't forget to pit for more fuel.
That's through more rain.
Control.
Car on your left. Clear. The leader's pitting now.
Be back on that.
Hi Robin, we looked at the incident. Unfortunately, the GT3 lost the back end on braking, spectacular, and there went no further action.
To find it as well.
Right here.
So advantage back to
Okay,
number
then.
Rough driving, perhaps.
Yeah.
So
advantage back to the 93, 2-second lead at the moment, and growing.
You're still with me, come on.
Is
Quite a
Mateus
substantial lead as well.
trying
You're
to
about to
make
be
sure that he can pit when he wants rather than when the fuel dictates? And John Paul is saying,
Go, go, go!
and the hope that the rain comes at the right time. Because if the rain does come at the right time, especially John saying that instant there, moment is no further action for GT3. Lost control. Bit of a weird line for John Paul, I don't know if he slowed down. More than he expected. Talking about the rain being there, it's how, like, how dark it's
Rain, you're close. Let us know if you want rain tyre.
was shining just a few laps ago. You do get a shot where you can see this clouds are starting to roll in.
It's coming from the southwest, which is gonna hit turns 15,
All
14,
right,
11
clear.
laps on the track first. It's getting closer and closer as this race goes on, so it's gonna start getting very spicy. This is the car before the real storm. We've had some bolts of thunder in terms of racing action so far, but the real weather is going to put that all in.
Back at it again, up at 21 in the 161. Ernest is not going to give up, no matter how many times he has contact in this race. He's still going to keep on fighting.
It is very hard racing. It's going to be very intense. We've seen, certainly for a team who's been in the wars a few times already. This is actually looking fairly close for Porsche. Let's go up to the inside. No, it's showing the
Back to traffic approaching.
More than anything else right now. Trying to sort of move that far back. Just sort of putting your rival's mind. So just sort of, I could do this, and they sort of will have to respect it.
Not sure what's happened on the house's game.
Ooh.
Right,
Right. Driving this drive.
As his eyes game as well. But after all that, it seems to be right back on it. Not sure what's caused this. Does look like John Paul's suffering a little bit, taking too much out of the tyres, but it looks like he's not lost machine.
He's picturing a pace to run, so maybe this must have gone wrong in front of him. He just had to slow down to get out of the way a bit, but it does look like he's struggling a lot. He's really going to establish that movement.
Well, he's going to say it's already. Really now to be right back in. He even shows his nose. He knows what's going to happen. He's going to have to pull out this GT3, lining himself up. Go for it. He's not too far back. He's closing the race. GT3 is going to get in the way here. What can the tyres do? He's driving to his advantage. Much better corner.
Back
Plays
to
out
traffic
that right
approaching.
up at the exit. It's locked a little bit for Jean-Paul Mateus using that clean air once again to move his team.
Car on your left. Clear.
But once you offset the corner, just get no speed on exit, so it's going to be a fairly safe corner for Seaman to make it. Again, we should offset the line, takes the outsides. Not going to close all the gap, but it's just going to let keep the air on that wing, keep it competitive. I think we are actually getting Matisse side here.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Inside, Matisse. Both cars make it through.
Machine battles GTP Pro and GT3 now all on the same bit of track, and he navigates it nicely. Only 2:10.7. He's going to go round the outside, is he? And GT3 is going to get that way. Mateus on Hoover as well. He catches GT3 less than through. Nice respectful driving there.
It's
Again,
raining,
it's just
raining.
He's the one keeping his tyres in check right now. Letting all the aero on his GTPs do all the work for him through the corner. He might not be able to get past his teammate on track by doing this, but he's going to keep his tyres in a healthy state. If he's going along, his plan is to make
Right side.
work.
Clear on the right.
He's going to be very confident to do so as we do start to see
Back to traffic approaching.
Now, obviously not enough rain to cause drivers to pit just yet, but it is going to...
Car on your left. Clear.
This is weird.
No rain now.
I don't see anything on the zoom-in radar.
Just a couple of drops breaking through. Like I say, it's not very heavy at all yet.
But the first warning beacon has been shone.
Can barely be seen on board and parts of the track. Clearly,
Car on your left. Start the traffic approaching. Clear.
the dry.
You've got wheel damage.
It's going to be important now to judge the crossover point. That's going to be what is key to
If
these
your car has
drivers.
too much damage, we've got to fix it.
You've got to make sure you make the end of the race. No one's going to hit 5 minutes to go and make the end of the race. They've got to go.
All the damage is repairable.
Again, nothing on the zoomed-in radar yet. So no heavy rain to speak of. But it's just enough to weigh on the minds, and especially for Seaman, who came in earlier, who feels like he's worse on tyres at this point, is really going to be struggling, because you do not want to be on bad tyres in the rain if you can help it. Which just lets the gap build. He knows he's not going to be fighting for position here immediately. Just navigating the traffic oh so carefully. Trying not to afford an incident at this point in the race.
Traffic is going to be extremely interesting when it gets a little bit more wet and everybody's trying to stay on that dry line. Nobody wants to get off at the only chance to get
The
past
leader's pitting now.
on the straights.
Looks like a decent amount of position in front of these two drivers actually. Looks like 3 or 4 GT3s, all side by side, all in this slowly dampening track.
This is 4 cars fighting for the podium in GT3 Pro.
And they'll have to give that fight momentarily because the leaders of the GTP field are coming to carve through. They've been efficient all day at clearing traffic, so not going to take up too much time here. Just the Dutch Racing League just take no prisoners when it comes to traffic. They'll just go inside quick as you like through them. They'll go back to their own race. Tony Garrett's in 5th place, fighting for 3rd with Jarvis Kemeldar and Kemeldar, Volcas and Bagioni. Yeah, the name's correct. Jarvis way up the field, it seemed like, as Umberland has the run of field in the GT3 category overall.
Jean-Paul pulling away a little bit from Mateo maybe helped by the traffic. They seem very similar on pace when they're both in free air. You can see Mateus closes down about 10th into what I assume is a turn 1 break. Maybe Mateus a little bit more confident in the slightly wet sector 1.
I don't know how much rain is on the track at this point. It's definitely in the air.
Outside of GT3, getting his lights flash. So it looks like the rain is no longer there in sort of turn 1, turn 2, but it's still at this part of the track. And it looks like it's getting slightly heavy.
The blue is slowly approaching on the radar.
This is Jeff from one of the drivers, but can't really hear what it is. 392, Tom Carroll given a black flag. Not sure what that's for. Scaperi just got a meatball flag, more interestingly. Not sure what that's for.
Not looking at anything particular at this point in time, so
Not sure what's happened there. But also meatball.
weird.
It's like they're not in the world. We've got wet tyres on. Just so everyone's
Ooh.
aware, only just noticed that Albert Preem is on the wet tyres. No overlay yet for wet tyres. We'll see if there's an updated version of iRacing SDK to get that for next week. Wet tyres for Albert Preem and wet tyres for the pro GT3 driver Casper Ullerman, and a couple more wets further down the field in GT3.
Antinori's taken them, Ubertali's taken... No, Ubertali hasn't taken them. Lemery and Zamplati have. The blue on the radar starting to overlap the track now, about halfway through, coming from the other side, in fact, as turns out the north on race laps in the north in in-game is just completely different. It's coming in on the turn 1, 2, 3 sector first. Oh no, I can't read the map. That is in fact coming. Yeah, that is coming into turn 15.
So it'll be interesting.
Myself at this point.
It's going to be interesting when we get one part of it. We've got more drivers in for wets. Ignatius in for wets. No more GTPs in for wets yet. They'll be watching the lap time of Albert Preem. Those of them that have got spotters in with them, they'll be watching his lap time to see. Maybe Albert needed to come in for fuel. That's what's going to be important to know. You can see a little bit of spray and lockups though. The tyres are not in the right window at all. There's not much spray coming up there. The tyres are just going to be shredding themselves. You can see there.
Okay, 100.
Try and cool these down wherever he can in the rain. You can see a little bit of spray starting to appear, but it's not enough yet. He's going to eat the tyres up, particularly in a high downforce car.
This is the dry side of the track. This is the only where they're suffering the most. You can do a few laps on a lightly wet track on warm slicks, but you definitely have to think a lot of these drivers are going to start to come in, especially because now the entire track looks like it's been engulfed by the blue on the radar.
He was 5 seconds slower than the leaders last time round, so about 3 seconds slower than the cars around him. Got Robin Duhamel in the pit. Is he going to go more wet, hitting from P5 in
This
is fuel window now.
Yeah,
So
the fuel window opened a few minutes ago, so this is definitely saying to me, how long do you want to stay out on these things? The lap time really isn't there, especially on the eastern side of the track, where there's just a complete lack of rain.
Faster traffic approaching.
Robin has gone for wet tyres. This is where Mateus' fuel saving earlier on is going to come into his advantage. He's going to have more choice over when he comes in rather than the fuel. He expects some of these guys to be brought by fuel at the moment, although it is getting wetter and wetter out there on the track. GT3 wet times also not particularly impressive for those with the wet time. You can see a little bit more spray.
Faster traffic approaching.
Wet tyre runners.
Soon wish to stayed out that time. They try to
Car on your left, clear on the left.
Lap times are decreasing for the slicks though. Lose about 3 seconds off their best last time out.
You can see the spray coming off the back of the dry tyre drivers now.
At this point, especially, you don't want to stay out when the switch flicks that become
Group
really
of
bad.
cars approaching.
Before the books, how long you leave it.
The P1 and P2 currently have a lead of 15 seconds over the qualifying, so they've got a bit more buffer to use. They're only fighting each other at this point, so you expect one of them is going to choose to go your way. You can see it getting a little bit less grippy, a little bit more wiggly, a lot of spray coming off even the dry tyre drivers now. The problem is you might be slightly slower on the wet, but way less likely to come over through some of these high-speed corners if they get a bit down. So it's
Faster traffic approaching.
In at the end of the track, 14-15 section.
Right side.
That's the worst. Last point we
Clear on the right.
on this track, so it might be fine here. What I'm worried about is what
Right
they're
side.
going to do when they come into the slide in the corner and they have to get
Clear on the right.
It's just nipping them.
down to this. It's also considered for wet tyres now as well. GTP, we've got a couple more drivers coming in. Looks like, oh, and that's who's that in? Which one of them is that in? Seaman in the pits.
They have to believe from
Faster traffic approaching.
We're not going to find out for a while, but it will be the first of leads to pit.
Well, it's got a fuel up,
Will
it's
leave
going
them
to
on
change to the wets. Another thing to note is fuel
Tyres
tyres.
back in the field, Lemeray and
Right side.
Omri, I believe, just got together.
Clear.
Breeze. Not sure what tyres they're on.
session has been declared wet.
Right, just a different speed towards the corner.
That would be under investigation. And John Paul confirmation then is on the wet now. So last time round for the test was a 1:33. Quickest time trial driving on the wet so far is still only a 1:37. So can anybody improve this lap to getting progressively more and more rapid?
Radar is received though. Right now, they'll go towards the dark or green shaded green soon.
We're seeing track getting distressed, wetter and wetter as well, more and more spray. This could be a mistake for Mateus to have stayed out one lap longer than his teammate. It's really, really set to the event. You see a race that pick up a lot more spray coming off the back of these cars now.
And again, it might be fine through the infield where you're carrying less speed. Or if you see the amount of counter steer you have to put in the car that's even on these blanks. Actually, just to try and keep the car forwards.
So Vassi comes in from what was P2 on track, P3, when I think you would count for Jean Paul's pit stop. That'll be for wet tyres as well. You would have to assume Mateus stays out another lap. 1:32 last time round for Mateus, so not slowing massively. And then João Diaz has gone off, he's on the wet. Let's have a look.
A little bit of action in front of him. Just a little bit of spraying up on the bottom of his vision, quickly into the corner.
Bit of curve,
Not bad. Yeah,
wet curve and a wet track. So we can't
not
this. So John Paul is the representative lapped in last time round. That mixed. He was 2 seconds slower in sector 2 than Mateus was this time round. Not sure about sector 3. Waiting for times to come on. So he is losing time right now, but he's minimising the risk of one of those big snaps and big odds that we've seen a couple of people have, which is what people like Mateus have stayed out. People who stayed out of the risk.
Wiston comes in, he's going to sake. I don't know if driving behind him. That is kind of held with him. For the score back down. That is your leader of the race.
Need back, flat for you.
It's going to be close at this point.
See a lot of cars in here, like, look at that, all the wet tyres.
Everyone coming in.
Looks like it's getting wetter and wetter. You can see the percentage rain on the race control software.
You got a great car on the left. Go right.
Very high wet. It does look like it's getting worse. As soon as it gets bad through those high-speed corners,
Past the traffic approaching.
cars, it will be going onto wet tyres. Looks like most of the
Car
cars
on your left.
they could on fuel, so it's important to note they don't
Clear on the left.
for wet potentially just yet.
They tell you cut the cords. You'll have to slow down and you have the time going.
Say it don't look like change tyres. That's just been seen with that pit stop yet.
This is Seaman. He's behind Mateus now. So Mateus just
Right
got through
side.
turn 3 and turn 4.
Clear.
He has
Past the traffic approaching.
gained quite a big margin. You can see that 11 seconds to his teammate. But what's
Car
going
right,
to be
clear.
on this, Jean Paul's got the wet tyres into a better operation. We're going to see
Oh.
Ernest off there. That's unfortunate. He was one of the first to switch to the
Car on
wet.
your left. Clear.
Getting wetter and wetter now. See, car's struggling. Whoa, Conto there with P2 in class.
Oh, Wiston's off. Wiston is in the ground. He's got
Past the traffic approaching.
Point forwards, but he's lost fuel a decent chunk
Right
of time.
side.
So that's really coming through.
Down to
Clear on the right.
So he's going to be way less confident now as well. He's going to take it slower. This is what we talked about. See,
The car in
getting
front
to
is
time
digging.
for staying up with the dry spot. This now with the wet, and probably a little bit colder. It's going to be slightly harder to get up to temperature in these conditions compared to the conditions his teammate had. Let's have a look at his on track.
Just saying, we'll be
Faster traffic approaching.
on a pair of
You got the black flag. You have to drive through the pit without stopping. You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
Just motoring around, struggling to
Car right, clear on the right.
He's still gaining on his teammates.
Matthias got on the curb a little bit too much. Oh, car off there. Matthias got on the curb and settled the car, which have to wet curbs, 3D curves here at Portimao as well, because they do hold a little bit more water there. Not as hot as the track, so they do get a little bit less grippy as it goes. A little bit wide there from Seaman.
All of that pain is going to just hold a lot of water on top of it. It's going to make it so thick going later in this run. That feels wetter and wetter. We have hit a lighter patch of rain, lighter in air quotes, but we're going to get some really bad stuff coming very shortly. This car's just drifting all over the place, and that's line of black vehicles on the track.
What's happened there?
Things are looking good.
Paul slightly closing down on his teammate, but it's only by about a tenth in the last lap, so he's going to need to do more than that if he wants to fight the lead for 10 minutes.
This is the steep
But this car's coming up quick.
having to fight with GT3s as well, and especially when this rain builds, it's going to be a very different
Left side.
situation of what line you take. You want
Clear on the left.
the racing line, a lot of braking terms, just so you're not breaking on wet rubber essentially. But obviously, there's a lot of space that you can use on the track, and sometimes you're going to have to take the space there, and that means you're braking on that wet rubber, which means you're just going to you're not careful. Car sideways on the track, almost to let's see it. Just about to look forwards.
Yeah, first laps I think in the rain were up along in the Cadillac GTP, and the difference it made to brake offline was incredible. So those drivers are well aware of that. They,
3,
like you say, super sure in
1,
traffic,
right
GTP
here.
is going to brake offline. So you have to brake on the very slippery shots, not to brake it. That's all. It's really up to a little pack. GT3 now gained a bit more time with his teammate last lap. His teammate had to get past these guys on his last lap. When he's stuck behind on the corner exit, lost him about a second already. See on the timing tower.
Coming for the black flag, or you'll be disqualified.
Track have taken away these conditions. It's going to be a lot of taking. It's a deep move. The GT3 front of him does not really move out the way, but still gives the apex.
The leader is running 56.887.
Hemorrhaging time to Winston here. He's already got past these cars.
Faster traffic approaching.
It's going to be just a decent look for continuing
Car
to
right.
for
Clear on the right.
very much in the green lane right now. It's pretty
Car right. You got a slow car on the left. Car right. Clear.
too insane, but definitely a lot building, and definitely wanted to consider good racing lines here.
But needs to win it. To proud. Limited League racing. But right on the back of Adam Jones.
A little bit further back as they come through the final corner. Of course, the setting with that second will be a nightmare as well. So you need to keep that car moving forward. You cannot get the foot down fully, otherwise there's a lot of gravel on the outside of that corner that's going to be completely accepting you as Kimmelot goes onto that wet paint, and that maintains no grip whatsoever. It's a GT3. It's just recently, this is like Slabassi car in front of him.
That's how it
There
did
he goes
go.
well.
That was removed watching the overtake. The overtake because the car was completely off the track.
The leader is coming up on you. They're not as far.
Behind the GT3 with lots of GTPs all around as well. This is battle for, I believe, about sixth place for GT3 Pro.
And you see the GTP still behind
The car in front is pitting.
They've got 7 cars that are sprayed straight at my windscreen.
So they're on board. Just illustrate how
Faster traffic approaching.
you can see already how limited your view is.
It's not good from back here, with the advantage. See if you're trying to car forwards, they're trying to find a gap wherever there is one, just to not get stuck behind having too much time. Oh, he's round. Oh. I believe that's Kevin Held, Madrid Sim Racing, trying to punch his way forwards, but
Car on your left. Clear. You cut that corner and got a slowdown penalty.
I think he might just get a little hot on the brakes trying to not get to the back of the GT3. You see him in the line. Oh,
Just a little bit too much speed, yeah.
so overall, parallel on the track.
Left side. Clear on the left. Faster car coming up quick.
Having it that to a parallel parking car. Either way,
Daniel Maggioni
like battle.
Rick Van Overby and Daniel Morphy in this epic battle for P7 on track. I can't nearly get to the back of them as well. They were all off the track. There's no grip there at all right now.
Still think that's held behind.
Clear.
They being held behind them. So Luke sneaks through instead. Two range of combinations now. Well, look, my style is this is getting worse and worse. But going to the drivers now, putting forward some most on 2 races gone on so far.
Just Perry.
Faster traffic approaching.
Crash. One breaking. Mid corner. Six collisions.
That was the tamest crash I think I've seen in my life.
Absolutely. It's nice to see it back on track. It's still from Matteo as well, a couple of corners later. Yeah, see it already getting loose on entry. Manages to avoid
There's no saying in these conditions, yeah.
Yeah, especially cars with ABS, like GT3s. The car tries to stop them. Really, it's really like that grey on wheels to want to. You know what direction you're going to be pointing, otherwise. The electronics inside the car try to keep different wheels moving to prevent wrong moves. It's really just
Turns them out for the lead, then it's still wishing up lead by 6 seconds. Van der Wacker still has the advantage over into the top. He's still running GT3 fields. He's I've butchered that once again. I do apologise, but he has 30-second almost leads in GT3 category.
Faster car coming up quick.
Yeah, very pleased with that. He's kept his nose clean the majority of the race. Cars around him had a couple of instances. You can see hypercars flashing lights in the background trying to make their way through this very tight panel. A lot of cars all bunched up really close together on the track. It's just the way it falls sometimes. But
we are one slip tyre away from the
Really, mate?
Right side. Clear on the right.
But everyone's being sensible about it, trying to keep the cars pumping forward. They'll spread out into the corner, 3 wide, the reach for 5 somehow works by some miracle. And then we'll keep driving on. They'll just chase them down.
Car on your left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear on the left.
Keeping it close. Still up. And through like 5
Car right. Faster car coming up quick. Stay on the left. Clear.
Oh! Oh no! I give them so much credit and they're both in the gravel and
Right side. Clear on the right.
Oh, what did I just witness? Gutierrez just got T-boned hard.
yeah, that was what we just saw. Car
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
How is it, Spence?
Let's,
We need a replay.
yeah.
Just the person who's going to get the both off the track.
Going to get loose and someone else did it. That's one T-bone.
Oh. So this is where it goes from bad to worse for Gutierrez.
Oh
He's
no,
sideways on the
no
track.
grip off the
And
track.
bang.
And that's an even bigger incident. Like 5 different cars involved there. Massive disappointment for Gutierrez. He was on the podium until that point. got a meatball flag. Obviously, looks like the left rear suspension is completely gone. That's a danger of these sorts of
assembly is gone.
I see absolute danger of these conditions, not just the slipperiness, but the lack of visibility. From, a lot of those cars wouldn't have even known there were cars up ahead. Unfortunately, brought out the meatball for Daniel Maggioni there, who we saw fighting for a lot of that race. That's really unfortunate to see.
To hit, takes our cars. Looks like it's going to be called racing by race control.
You got the black flag. You have to drive through the pit without stopping. Car on your left.
I'll go back to you on that one. Either way. See, everyone is happily driving on. Has the gap just has come down, I believe. Tolan have forced it back to just 2 or 3 seconds. So that could get spicy.
White flag this time.
Maybe it's timing error as well. One car should be a GT3 Pro, but it's been recorded as first. I'm just going to try and get that fixed and see how that affects that.
Pit box in 5, 3, 2. There's an incident behind 1, right here.
And Cabanero. Van der Wacker is in 3rd overall, but obviously we get to the stands like means he has his own fields and is currently having the run of them. Time ticks down. Where is the 75 test Winston? Do you not see his marker?
Come in for the black flag, or you'll beat it flat line.
Nice. I feel like I almost certainly is. As he is in fact pulling through turn 9 now to presumably take the check flag in a moment. It's been an up and down race that's at points he was fighting very close to the teammate, but a good strategy.
Faster traffic approaching.
Wonders Mission is going to lead this race comfortably. No further incidents to call. But then he has but one corner to make it to the end. We will go round that turn 15 at Daniel's pace in comparison to what he was doing earlier. Six Mission will lead the field and he will come home to win the race at Portimao. John Seaman will come home in second eventually. Van der Wacker will... Oh! Hello, man, Strickland. You've come out of nowhere. This is really a very close fight for the GT3 lead.
Very close indeed. Apologies for the timing error there. Van Strickland was not in the first race and joined a little bit late today, so he wasn't on the timing tower correctly. But this is a lead, and Casper Ullmann, who we've been saying was the lead of the entire race, has just taken the lead. So,
well, then everything has resolved itself. Casper Ullmann only has to navigate one corner. It's very treacherous, but he will do so perfectly. And it will be Dutch League Racing winning in GT3, and it will be Dutch League Racing winning in GT3. Casper Ullmann eventually wins the race.
what a move.
Not how far along the time it was.
On the last lap, let's go on board. Apologies. And that's it. Side by side there. See Lawrence on the inside. He's going to try and go all the way around the outside. He's going to make it work. He's confident with the power. Didn't hesitate. Let's see what he does through the final corner.
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
There you go. Look,
The schedule from testing will get them next time.
last lap in the Audi for Dutch League Racing. Incredible.
And Ignis Vidremiskis will lead the outfield in the GT3s. Dutch League Racing celebrating a hard-earned victory here tonight. Well,
I finished the race, so that's good.
That from the middle of the race, but Wisdom
I'm
definitely
happy
with the
with
right
that.
call on tyres.
Thank you
Guaranteed
for watching.
victory.
Goodbye.